So today we decided we were going to take off on a very long but hopefully worthwhile adventure. And by we, I mean me, because I didn't tell Violet anywhere that we were going until we actually pulled up to the place, because I have learned my lesson in telling her things in advance. So she's going to be surprised when we show up at Ferry Beach in Saco, Maine. I've been wanting to take her here for quite some time, but haven't quite found the availability in our schedule to make the travel time and an enjoyable amount of time to spend there work. But today, everything seemed to fall right into place as it should have, and we arrived here at about 10:30 in the morning, so that leaves us with plenty of time to enjoy the beach during low tide, and then maybe even check out some of the other things the state park has to offer as the tide starts rolling in. There was a small fee for entry, but I think it's worth it because there's actually a lot of stuff to do here, between a nature center, the beach, trails, a picnic area, and tons of conservation land to walk around and check out. And after driving for over an hour and a half, the first place that we needed to stop at was the bathroom before unloading the vehicle. But I do want to warn you that the bathroom was I wish we had gone before. I'll just put it that way. I wish we had stopped at a gas station before. It was definitely what you would expect to find at a park, but it wasn't something that either one of us really was looking forward to using. We took a few moments to check out some of the surrounding alerts and wildlife information about sharks in particular, because I think that this is still not something that Violet is totally well versed in, and they can literally be in the shallow water where we might be playing, so it's important to be aware. The picnic area was actually really impressive, and I was expecting it to be a little bit smaller than it was, but it was surprisingly huge and handicap accessible. In fact, I think a lot of these trails are pretty accessible when it comes down to it, especially when you compare them to some of the other trails that we've been to in some of the other adjoining states. So once we did our kind of preliminary check of the area, we raced back to the car to unload it and get ourselves ready to be having some fun in the sun. This was definitely one of the hardest parts for Violet, because I wanted to take a second to scope out very quickly what things we could do around here, like the picnic tables, which we parked near. And of course, she's ready to go to the beach because all she heard was beach, and I don't blame her, because I don't think I can even remember the last time that we've been to an ocean. So getting her to just kind of relax and wait so I could make sure that we had absolutely everything before we started walking to go get settled in at a spot was painstaking, to say the least. I mean, she struggled through it, but it's a good thing I didn't tell her that we were going to go do this the night before, because I have a feeling she probably would not have slept and would have had 10 million thousand questions and just, living her best childhood life, and that's fine. I kind of sort of just need to make sure that I plan around that as the parent, because surprises really can be great, but being constantly reminded of the surprise, or I don't want to say nagging, but the excitability is endless when a child is just ready to go, and sometimes that can help to contribute to me being overstimulated or exhausted. But hey, check this out. I thought this was a really cool dispenser here, and it's for sunscreen to make sure that you can protect the skin that you're in, just in case you happen to be one of those mamas who forgot to pack it. Because this for us is technically still a learning on the go school day, I tried to get Violet to sit through reading some of these did you know facts before we went into the beach, but she was again not really feeling the patience or waiting or wanting to do anything other than get there and have fun, and I get it. But that's why we record things here, so we can review them again later when she does have that moment where she wants to remember the trip, and I can read her the facts at that time. During the walk to the beach, which I heavily recommend you wear some type of footwear, It can get extremely hot on the sand, but they do have I guess you could call it a blue carpet that leads out to the ocean front, which is safe for the pads of your feet. But you have to go through this small little walk from the parking lot under I think this is just a regular overpass on a normal route. I don't think this is the highway, but these cars were driving super fast over it. But once you get to the other side of this little bridge, you will be met with the beautiful blue ocean and all of its wonderful sounds. And believe me, that walk is full of tons of information that you can learn along the way as you travel down to the shoreline, from information about the sand dunes to the plants that you can see, beach grass, all kinds of good information. Oh, and it is very important that you do note that because there are endangered species that are breeding here in this area, dogs are not permitted at certain times, and that needs to be respected to help with the endangered species repopulation in this area. Violet really enjoyed the blue carpet, is what we started to call it, of a walkway that gets you out to the beach. I think it was just a really fun moment where it was like, follow the yellow brick road, but it's not the yellow brick road, but it's going to exactly where we want to go. So let's follow this road. It was kind of fun and like squishy to walk on. I don't know how to explain it, but I walked back on it barefoot after walking to the beach with my shoes on, and it felt so funny to walk on. But when all was said and done, we did pick a good day for a spontaneous beach trip because it had just the right amount of busy. Of course, it's gonna be busy. It is summer, and this is actually a really nice, very sandy, beautiful beach. But if you walk either to the left or to the right, it doesn't really matter. At some point, you'll be far enough away from the people if that's what you choose to do. We ended up moving our beach area a couple times because the first spot that we picked, there was a bunch of people around us who were not really having a lot of like child-friendly behaviors. So I decided that we should move. And then there was another time where we placed down our mats and everything, and the people around us had started leaving out like a ton of food, and the seagulls came and were a menace. So we moved a third time. But then once we did find that third spot, we were good to go, with the exception of having to continually pull my beach blanket backwards every time that the tide kept rolling in and continuing to get us. Immediately, Violet started digging in the sand, and I do just want to point out that I didn't see the sign that says inflatables are not allowed here until after. We did leave with every inflatable that we came with, but I guess the swim floaties and like inflatable tubes and pool noodles and stuff like that are not welcome at this beach. And it does make sense because a lot of them do blow away super duper fast, and we almost lost a lot of the plastic sand toys that we ended up coming with. But I just wanted to throw that out there since we learned that later in the trip. Oh, it's cold. It's for sure cold. You gonna try it? I'm gonna go sit over on our bench and warm up a little bit first. Violet, come check this out. Look it.
It's a clam!
He's still attached. He's got both the top and the bottom side still. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it's a clam!
It was. You better leave our stuff alone, seagull. Is he on our blanket? Oh no. What does he even want that's over here? Nothing is out. I don't even understand what that seagull was after, and I think it was either a combination of he recognized the fact that plastic bags probably have food in them or something that he wants, because I have everything that's in our plastic bag stored in mason jars. Yes, mason jars. I was in such a rush that I grabbed the mason jars of Cheez-Its and pretzels to make sure that we had snacks on the road on our way to the beach. But we didn't let the seagull ruin our fun. Instead, we set up a camera to record ourselves racing into the water a few times and hoped that maybe we'd catch some funny footage of the seagull interrupting whatever it was that we were doing.
Let's give him a plate.
No, let's not feed him, because then he's going to be annoying and bother us all day.
Oh, he bothers us all day if we give him a plate.
Because he's a bad bird.
Can you go this water? Guys, I'll show you how this looks. Oh, what's race?
Get him, run and get him. Get him.
Come back here, Festival! He wants baby wipes! Does he want baby?
I guess. I don't think there's anything else in this bag.
Ready? There you go. Here comes another one. It sure did. Here comes another one. I don't know. Oh, it's advertising. Tracker! Rex! What do you need help with?
Mom, keep an eye on her.
Oh no, your boogie board! Here it comes, right back.
Next to me.
You think it's gonna wash me out of the street?
That was a whole picture.
It got me good.
Woo-hoo. Come back, Bugs, come back.
It is. Am I even filming it? Oh, it went away again. It's fishing.
So, after a good long time of playing and exploring the beach, looking at seashells, finding cool rocks, and playing in the waves, and really getting the hang of her boogie board, I must say, we decided it was time to check out some of the trails that are also at this beach. Now, this may be a totally normal thing for people who are from Maine, but for me, it was kind of cool and unique to see trails and a bog next to an ocean. And when I looked back at the map afterwards, it seems like there is a lake that the ocean connects with, that these trails kind of go around and through. There were definitely some parts where we were walking through marshlands. Violet was on the hunt for wild frogs and toads and did find 2 frogs, but wasn't able to capture any of them up close. But we did see some of the wild berries that were out and about in the area, and I was able to get her to try some, and then, believe it or not, she felt inspired enough to eat the blueberries at the grocery store later that evening when we stopped to pick up a few things. While there definitely are a lot of cool spots to check out along these trails, I liked this little boardwalk area and thought it was so beautiful to just walk through all that nature has to offer here. I mean, at one point we did run. We definitely did run through this bridge at least twice. I think we had fun doing that, and that's really what counts here. It was almost like dancing our way through it, and then Violet wanted to race from one end to the other, and I was like, well, there aren't many people here, so let's take advantage of it and run ourselves. But one thing that I totally should have known better, but apparently forgot, was that yes, swamps are full of bugs and mosquitoes, and this swamp was no exception. We definitely left here with tons of massive bug bites. I think that we definitely hit the most perfect time of day, though, to walk through the trails, because there was this one point where we were in this area that was all ferns, and the way the light was just hitting off of them was so beautiful and picturesque that I don't even know if the camera captures it accurately, but definitely check it out in this next clip.
Okay, so we've seen 2 frogs.
One dark brown, one light brown.
But we haven't been able to get them up close, really. These ferns are so
We
pretty.
haven't been enough to hold them yet.
Oh, look, here's another bridge.
Next time I see a frog, I'm gonna be super quick with it.
You're gonna have to be quicker than the frog.
What did you say?
You're gonna have to be quicker than the frog.
I'm gonna have to do some research and try to figure out what time of year that this swamp has water in it, because I feel like this would be really cool to walk through with some moving water. But you know what? It was beautiful today, just as is. And these trails are really short and sweet. We can definitely say that we did all of these. I think there was maybe like a very tiny section that we didn't get a chance to walk on, but we walked through this entire place in under an hour. And I don't think that we walked particularly fast, but we definitely took our time with scoping out certain areas more so than others.
We can both sit on it.
We didn't sit very long on that bench, but that bench was where we got the majority of our mosquito bites.
I think we're just getting eaten alive by bugs at this point. Violet's tired. I can't carry her.
Stop telling me to so small.
So I think we're walking to the exit. All right, so we just came off of White Oak. We've done Greenbrier, I think. Over the bridge we go. Oh, there could be some frogs over here. You see some moisture.
That's how frogs would be down there.
Oh, yeah.
But we ended up following all the trails back out to the parking lot, and the one that we took ended us back up in the picnic area, which is actually a lot bigger than I first initially thought that it was. I mean, you could very easily have a large gathering here, and there's tons of availability to cook, but we're not doing any of that today, and we are going to head on out and on our way back to home. But I'm pretty sure that on the way back, we'll find some good place to stop for something to eat, even if it is just ice cream, because there are plenty of good options along the way. So until next time, Ferry Beach, we had a wonderful day.